Yeah, it looks like a scene from a movie. They're looking at the cleanup and recovery just getting started in the Caribbean after Hurricane Melissa.
The deadly storm has left many stranded and without power, with Jamaica now under a national disaster declaration.
And tonight, the United States is sending rescue and response teams to help with that massive recovery effort. Jason Allen is in Santa Cruz, Jamaica, with the latest.
Video from above the fishing village of Alligator Pond shows massive destruction. And on the ground,
roof has gone, clothes has wet up. I need some help. Please, I need some help.
Power lines are down across Jamaica, roads covered in mud and water, and homes damaged or destroyed. Tourists captured the damage throughout the island's hotels and resorts. Melissa came ashore as a Category 5 hurricane Tuesday, with wind gusts topping 200 miles an hour. The storm damaged several buildings at St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Students and teachers at this high school sheltered in a concrete building. This is their classroom. The roof ripped off and the walls are now piled onto all of the desks and chairs where they would have been sitting on a normal day.
So it's important that we get back to some level of normalcy.
Principal Keith Wellington told us he wants to find a way to keep the school's senior class together.
It's not even just about school and getting to do their exams, but the period of socialization, what they go through when they're at school with their friends, it helps them mentally.
Jamaican authorities say 25,000 people here are in shelters, and they are working on a long-term housing plan.
No one must be turned back from the shelters. No one.
There are similar scenes in Cuba, where 700,000 are in shelters after Melissa made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane. The storm, seen here from the International Space Station, is moving over the Bahamas and will reach Bermuda on Thursday. Jason Allen, CBS News, Santa Cruz, Jamaica.
Still looks like a monster from space.
Right, it does.
Heading towards Bermuda, huh?
Yeah, heading towards Bermuda. Now it's racing across the Caribbean. And here's where it's at right now. It already cleared Cuba, and now we're seeing it significantly weaker as it's coming into contact with those land masses. Winds are at 90 miles an hour, gusts up to 115 miles an hour, moving northeast at 16 miles an hour. When it was over the Bahamas, it was moving as slow as 3 to 5 miles an hour. So as you look at that forecasted track, it is going to strengthen once again into a Category 2 hurricane as it makes its way closer towards Bermuda and over the open Atlantic and off to sea and away from the U.S., which is the good news. However, as we look at those forecast wind gusts, we are expecting Clarencetown up to 87 to 110 miles an hour as it makes its way closer to Turks and Caicos as we head into the Atlantic, and then eventually mostly just heading out to sea as we look at that wind. It is the strongest landfalling hurricane that we've seen on record here across the Caribbean and the Atlantic Basin. That's followed by Labor Day hurricane of 1935, Gilbert, that was back in 1988, and Camille, which was back in 1969.